Hello, I'm MVX and welcome back to QnA Saturday. QnA Saturday is a weekly series I run on my channel where I answer your questions about a variety of subjects. They're often focused on the next update, but given the time of year that it is, in fact it's just before the end of the year, I actually have mostly questions just about the world and stuff in general. There is a Minecraft one in there, but basically I'm going to be answering a lot of questions from all over the place. If you want to ask any questions about myself or anything like that, you can ask them in the comments down below, and they might just be answered with next week's QnA Saturday. But with that said, let's get straight into it, shall we? And let's start with the very first question, which comes in from 621 Chief, who says you should do some personal Q&As, and that's actually what I'll be doing. I was going to just leave QnA Saturday alone for a while, which is what I've done for previous updates, but I figured why not just, go into it, but with a bit more of a focus on, I guess, what most people call personal. To me, it's like, there's just QnA Saturday where it's mostly focused on sometimes update stuff, sometimes other stuff, because you'll notice how even in the, biggest of the update questions, when, the update's coming out next week, there's still, a decent number of personal questions sprinkled in there, so I figured we could do the opposite too, and just kind of keep the format of QnA Saturday the same, but maybe keep the balance rotating each week. That might have made no sense to you, but basically I figured why not balance some questions about, my life and my house and my cats, and questions about Minecraft and stuff. So that's what I'll be doing, and that's why if you want to ask a question that has a higher chance of being in here, ask one about, something just non-Minecraft related, which is something I guess I'll clarify right now. So yeah, with that said, let's move into the second question, which comes in from Jake Riley, who says, at IBX Toycat, hashtag Q&A, did you get anything nice for Christmas? So, yeah, I feel like as a child, all my favorite gifts were probably like games consoles and stuff like, that I just couldn't have all year because children don't have money to buy stuff like that. However, now when I'm an adult, like some of the stuff I really like, and this sounds like it's gonna be sarcastic, is like good socks and good underwear, and in this case, like I got a bunch of like chocolate and stuff that I wouldn't buy for myself because, so basically there's a brand of chocolate called Hotel Chocolate or Hotel Chocolat in the UK, and they sell like super delicious over-the-top chocolate, so I've got like a giant slab of that I'm slowly like eating away at, as well as like, I don't know, some weird American chocolates, just lots and lots of like chocolate with, I got candy sushi, I got a girlfriend that you can grow in a glass of water, I got like, I honestly like my favorite gifts at this point are probably like stuff that's slightly weird or like slightly sentimental or just something I wouldn't buy myself. Like I generally do like I again like super nice socks that I got both this year and last year, and yeah, it's weird how things change like that, but I did get nice things for Christmas, but probably not the same form of nice that most people think. So yeah, Christmas for me, like I guess the priorities have changed, but it still was a great Christmas, not only in terms of the family and the blah 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 blah, blah you're meant to be into, but also in terms of just the stuff you get that you get to be happy about. So with that said, let's move into the next question, which comes in from Last Magic Snow, who says, at IBX Toycat, what's the progress of the new house, and if you haven't already, when are you moving in? And then I think that's like a colon D emoji, but yeah, so when am I moving into the new house and how's it going? So it's going like kind of well, like it's all painted now and all the furniture's set up, and it's like, it really is like a habitable house, like I could live there if I wanted to, minus like the shower thing, but there's like one last thing I need to get my friend who's been helping me with the plumbing stuff, because that's what he does, and there's been a lot of stuff going on. We need to like get some underfloor heating for the bathroom, so like it's not cold in the mornings, and we need to hook that up, we need to do some more tiles and stuff, and basically there's just like a bunch of like tiny tasks that all have to be done and finished, and then the house will be like habitable properly and I'll be able to live there, and that's when that will happen. Then I have to set aside like a few days to actually move all my stuff there, which means I can't be busy videos, and given I'm going to America in like a week and a half, that's going to be a tricky one. But yeah, I'm hoping that the move-in date is going to be before I leave, so like at some point in early January, but realistically, because everyone else is always the late, like, the thing about life is you always have to go by like the slowest person's schedule, and assuming like someone along the line is going to screw up and be a few days late, it'll probably be like after I get back, like let's call it like late January, early February. I mean, that's what it's looking like right now. So yeah, when am I moving in? Again, I wish it was soon. If it was my thing, if I could just power through a day and get it all done, I would, but because I have to rely on other people, it's going to be weeks of just like little bits of getting done stuff. So yeah, there is your update on the house. It's looking pretty good, by the way. I should share some pictures or something. Like I'm really pleased with all the stuff that's going in. It's like it's been a long process, but we're on the final stretch, except it always feels like it's the final stretch because houses and stuff. So yeah, that's it. Let's move to the next question, which comes in from AM Kala, who says, Mr. Toycat, 2017 should be the year where you finish unfinished projects in your Let's Play, and I agree entirely. I made a video like 2 weeks ago saying like 7 unfinished projects in my world, and I'd still stand by the fact that I want to finish those, and let's make 2017 the year where we get that done. So yeah, there's a lot of things I want to do in the Let's Play world this year, and I think I'm gonna have to make it like my personal resolution myself to get that stuff done, or at least more done. I think there's certain stuff like the giant hole in the world, which might be like months worth of effort in itself, but I think let's at least make some serious progress and have less unfinished stuff. Let's make it a goal to get 5 out of 7 done. That's the goal for today, for this year, and let's do it. Good idea, AM Kala. So yeah, let's move to the next question, which comes in from Coyote, and then a lot of underscores. Is that like Coyote and then my name there? Whatever. Anyway, they say hashtag QnA QnA. Is it okay that YouTube is unsubscribing people automatically? I was subscribed to IBX Toycat, brackets you, in case you didn't know. That's actually me, by the way. I'm IBX Toycat. Welcome, by the way. But yeah, and unsubscribe me. So yeah, basically, do I think it's okay that YouTube does that? Not really. I think it's a bit of a weird thing. Like, I always say this same point, though, because even though it's, I think YouTube unsubscribing people is super bad, especially if they want to watch my videos, because you presumably did if you were unsubscribed and then you resubscribed, so I guess there's some good from that, but I think, YouTube always has the interest in driving more views and driving more stuff for the site as a whole, and as long as it's benefiting all the creators roughly equally, I try not to complain about it too much, because that, even though our interests roughly line up, YouTube's and the creators like myself, if there's more views going around, then even though, certain creators that haven't adapted don't do so well, it means that the site as a, platform does better, perhaps, and that's why I try to complain. But yeah, the subscribing, unsubscribing people thing, it's just a little bit weird. I'm not going to complain about it publicly, because we don't know too much about it, but I think YouTube should be better at communicating with people. They should give us more stats on, like, what's going on and why this stuff happens, and yeah, that's kind of my overall opinion. I think YouTube should tell us more, but I try not to complain about it, because, YouTube has given me this great opportunity, and they're always creating more ones, and it's hard to complain about against that, But with that said, let's move to the next question, which comes in from Jack is Strange, who says, #QnA, if you could take over any country, what would it be? So, I'm assuming you just, like, it's kind of like a, the start of a game of Risk, where I just pick the country, and suddenly it's mine. Well, this is an easy decision. Like, some people might be like, oh, I'd love to take over Switzerland, because, I love skiing and slopes and stuff, or I'd love to take over France, because I hear cheese is nice. But no, the correct decision is either the US or China. They're your only two real valid options at this point. The US, because you get, like, the biggest military and also the biggest economy, so you get to, like, take over as much as you want. Like, realistically, you could wage war on the world and probably win if you're the US, and if you're China, then, similar thing, you could wage war on, like, most of Asia and win if you wanted to, and, you got like 1.3 billion people at your disposal. You could say, like, okay, everyone, quit your jobs right now, we're going to build a giant human pyramid, and we're going to climb to the moon, and, people would do, well, I don't know if people would do it if you, let's assume that you're in charge in that way, then yeah, you can build, like, a human pyramid to the moon, and isn't that a great idea? I lost my train of thought as to why this is so important, but yes, human pyramids to the moon, yes please, I'll take China, I think, but the US is a pretty valid option too. Any other option, you're just wrong, because you can invade other countries with both of those two ones. So yeah, that's it. Actually, North Korea's a good one, because no one's going to stop you. But yeah, well, let's move to the next question, which comes in from Narian Rayat, who says, @IBX Toycat, how old will you be when you stop recording YouTube videos? So this is a weird question, because if you'd have asked, like, 15-year-old me when I first started my YouTube channel, like, hey, Toycat, when's this going to stop? I'd be like, I don't know, like 3 months down the line. And if you asked me when I first started making Minecraft console videos, I'd probably be like, we probably got like a year or two of this, maybe 3. But here we are, 4 years after that even. It's like, well, I don't know what to say for sure. I think I'll be doing YouTube at least some degree into my 20s. I'd like to keep evolving and changing, but at some point, I guess people will stop finding, what I do relevant or interesting or something. And I guess at that point, I'll fade away into the abyss. But yeah, I'd like to keep doing new things. I think it's interesting, like, I started as, like, one type of channel, faded into another type of game, faded into Minecraft, and now the Geography channel, the Geography of Toycat series, has been, like, really exploding over the last couple of days. It's really weird the way YouTube works. I'm just having fun and enjoying the ride, and let's hope that ride goes on for as long as possible. So I don't have, like, an age in mind. I'm not going to be like, what, when I turn 30, I'm going to buckle down and quit YouTube. But I guess at some point it's going to logically happen. So there's your answer, Nathan, right? And apparently, this is something I heard, I think it was, like, from PewDiePie directly. I don't watch any of PewDiePie's videos, but it was on a podcast, and he mentioned how pretty much every creator thinks they're going to fade out soon, and a lot of the time it happens, but a lot of the time it doesn't. So let's just hope I'm in that second category. But with that said, let's move on to the next question, which comes in from Butter the Litten, who is a Pokemon from Pokemon X, the Fire Starter, if I'm not mistaken, who says, IBX Toycat, #QnA, if you got £1,000 if you ate 15 Reapers, would you do it? So I actually had to think about this one for quite some time, because I was like, okay, £1,000, that's a lot of money. That's like flights, hotels, travel money, anywhere in the world for like a week, right? So that's good stuff. But for 15 Reapers, is it worth it? And my base reaction is, yeah, like £1,000. There is so much fun you can have with £1,000. But the 15 Reapers thing, it sounds like it's just a minute's worth of pain and then you're done. But it's going to be like a minute and a half worth of just eating them. And bear in mind, once you've eaten the first 3 or 4, the heat's going to be so intense that like your body is not going to want you to eat the next ones. I've seen people try to eat like 10 Reapers. It goes pretty poorly most of the time. There's projectile vomit sometimes. It's bad stuff. Look it up if you want to see people do it for free. But yeah, basically it seems so horrific once you go past 1, because even 1 like destroyed my stomach so much, and it was a very painful few days there. And 15 is probably going to be a very, 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 very painful few days, and I feel like there is a genuine risk of like death at that point. Not too like serious, but I feel like it's definitely there. And would I take £1,000 to risk my life and feel awful? Probably not, I guess. But, if anyone out there wants to do it, then maybe someone's offering it. It sounds like this comment almost is. But yeah, well, that says, let's move to the final question, which comes in from SwordKing090, which I had to answer because he says, IBX3Cat, what mobs do you think will arrive next for the console? And I think the next mob will be, it will be llamas, because we've got all the mobs from Minecraft 1.10 and Minecraft 1.9 now, but the only thing we're missing the next mob, therefore, would be Minecraft 1.11 with the llamas. I think there's illagers too, but llamas are the key thing, and I think llamas are a fairly small enough feature that they could even fit in a smaller update, say the June 1 of next year. So what mob will be next? Llamas, 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 and you better believe I'm pumped for that. So yeah, if you did all enjoy today's video, if you did all like it, like the video, let me know, because it helps out the channel, and let us know you do like the Q&A Saturday, share that if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all very much for watching, and I guess I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.